Every once in a while, I'll rewatch an episode of iCarly and have a completely different reaction to it than I had when I was a kid. Either noticing something I missed before or picking up on things that flew over my head entirely. And the season 2 episode, iPie, is one of those episodes. I remember thinking this one was funny, but kinda pointless when I was a kid. They really love this pie. They're obsessed with finding the recipe just for the pie to never be brought up or mentioned ever again. Seriously. They act fucking addicted to the pie in this episode like it's goddamn crack, but then they literally never bring it up ever again or go buy it when they live right across the street from the store. But whatever. The focus of this video isn't the pie. It's what they had to do to get the pie. I'm genuinely shocked I didn't realize how insane this was as a kid. The crimes towards Spencer in this episode are genuinely shocking, and I think most people forget just how heinous they really were. His dignity is worth more than a slice of pie. So today, we're taking a look back at iPie out of respect for Spencer and what he's been through. Because if we don't remember history, we are doomed to repeat it ourselves. If you guys like this one, be sure to throw us a like and maybe even subscribe. I might just offer some undesirable girl some sexual favors in return for a family pie recipe if you do. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AgroWasHere for a daily dose of nostalgia. And if you have any other episodes or shows you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments. All right, let's dive in. So we start off with Sam brushing her teeth in the kitchen sink, even though Carly didn't even know she was there. And then Freddie just waltzes right in. Do they ever lock the door? Ever. Look, I get it's a sitcom and that doors are never locked, but I will say that Seattle ranks 4th worst in the nation for total crime as of 2025. So maybe they should start locking their doors. Just saying. And when Freddie barges in, he's complaining about not being able to make a baby laugh that his mom is watching. Also, Freddie's shirt looks like it should be a 3-star general shirt, but the stars are just missing. Fucking bummer. Brother lost his ranks.
Hey, you guys want to go grab some breakfast?
Oh, yeah. Where are we going?
Galini's Pie Shop.
Wait, you're wearing pajamas.
It's a pie shop, not church. Come on!
You know, Spencer predicted the future with that one because people walk around in pajamas everywhere nowadays. They just don't give a shit. The theme song plays, and of course, in the transition after the theme song, it says Schneider's Properties above the pie shop. Cause why wouldn't it? Brother, be careful if you're renting out properties from there because Schneider might waltz on in and diddle ya. The gang eats pie and everyone has what I can only describe as a sexual experience eating this pie. Moaning, rubbing their faces in it. It's crazy. Sam says that she wants to actually marry the pie.
Why can't I marry this pie?
What comes next? Fucking the pie? I'm uncomfortable. Then, Spencer calls over the Italian waiter, and it's Tori's dad from Victorious doing this absolutely abysmal Italian accent.
Hey, Spencer. What can I get you, huh?
Look, this raises some really interesting questions because Victorious and iCarly supposedly exist in the same universe. The characters actually meet in the crossover episode, I Party with Victorious. So what if Carly had invited Tori when they met to go back to this pie shop with her, and then Tori shows up and sees her dad as the waiter? Is he only pretending to be a cop? Does he have a secret twin with an Italian accent? Is this an undercover mission, and is he investigating someone currently as a cop? What's going on here? Yeah, and before you comment, I know, Andre is also in another episode playing a different character named Harper, and Tori herself appears in a different episode as a famous fighter named Shelby Marks. The lore is so inconsistent and all over the place, but that's a rant for another video. So Spencer asks for a piece of pie to go, and Tori's dad says he's got to check and see if they have any left because they're running low.
Well, you see, Mr. Galini, he's in the hospital.
He's gonna be okay, right?
I'm not so sure. I mean, you gotta remember, Mr. Galini's 97 years old, you know? It doesn't look so good.
97 is insane to still be working and making pies. Cut to the apartment, and Freddie barges in yet again, still complaining that he can't make the baby laugh. And his long sleeves barely fit underneath his shirt. They're like puffing out of those little short sleeves. He asks Carly for some pie, and she tells him no fucking way, and says they're trying to make the pie last until Mr. Galini is out of the hospital. But Sam, of course, starts eating it, and hilarity ensues. And by hilarity, I mean some casual Freddy assault. And then Spencer pushes Freddy out of the way as well. Child abuse?
She locked herself in the bathroom.
Well, that's it. She's gonna sit down in there and finish it.
It's okay. I called the hospital. They said Mr. Galini checked out yesterday.
What? I'm pretty sure whoever told Spencer that information would be fired from the hospital immediately due to a HIPAA violation. Then the baby shows up, and honestly, it is a really tiny baby. Like, someone really brought their newborn to set. Damn. Gotta earn that paycheck, I guess. Cut to Galini's, and Tori's dad tells them all that Galini fucking croaked. He tells everyone the pie shop's actually going to be closing forever because nobody knows the recipes for Galini's pies.
Who's gonna make the pies now?
Nobody. The shop are gonna close.
But well, why don't you make the pies?
I don't know the recipe. It's a family secret. The only one who knows it is Galini's granddaughter, Trudy.
If that's the case, then what does Tori's dad do exactly? He doesn't help them make the pies? He's wearing a chef uniform. What the hell, man? So apparently, Galini's granddaughter, Trudy, is the only person he passed down the recipes to.
That's her.
None of them hide their disgust at all. They all verbally reacted and said, "Ooh, that's so rude." Look at Spencer's face. Look at Freddy's face. It's not like she's that ugly. This girl's in mourning. Her family member just died, and they're reacting to her like she's some sort of creature. Okay. I literally can't think of any time I've seen someone whose appearance offends me so much to the point where I have to react like that. And I looked up the actress, by the way, and she looks fine. The unibrow they gave her is fake, of course, and she's a totally normal looking lady out of character. So I guess good job to the makeup and costume team? Anyway, they tell Spencer to go flirt and turn on the charm to use and manipulate the grieving woman to get the pie recipes out of her. Holy shit.
Hello, Trudy. My name is Spencer Shea. I come here a lot.
I recognize you.
I'm sorry about the loss of your grandfather.
Thank you. I used to rub his feet with mayonnaise.
Gross. Nonsensical and gross. Dirty Dan needs to shoehorn feet into the script even when it makes no goddamn sense.
Rub his feet with mayonnaise.
She tells Spencer she doesn't plan on using the pie recipes herself because she'd rather become an actress, and he of course asks if he can have them.
Maybe sharing the recipe with me?
I don't know.
I'd pay you for it.
I'd rather go on a date with you.
I can go to an ATM right now. Money's not an object.
Actually, to Spencer, money should be an object. He's broke. He's unemployed. He barely sells any art sculptures. I don't know how he can even afford the apartment they live in, let alone be offering copious amounts of money for these pie recipes. This is sad.
What do you say we move this party to the couch?
The couch is broken.
Well, why don't we go break it some more?
No.
Okay, so that's clear as day assault. I mean, she physically dragged him. He didn't want to go be part of it. He wanted no part of it at all. But she physically forced him to the couch. The punchline is Spencer gets raped. Classic. Then we see the kids walking up and Freddy pops out in a bear suit that looks just like the one Kanye West wore back in the day. Oh yeah, and then Freddy gets assaulted yet again.
Never do that again!
You're not the boss of me.
So we got Freddy being assaulted out here in the hallway, and at the same time, Spencer is getting assaulted right behind that door. This apartment complex is not safe. There should really be a warning when moving in. And then what happens next is absolutely shocking. The kids actually hear Spencer screaming from the hallway.
Spencer?
They're not even in the apartment yet, and his screams of agony are so loud that they can already hear it. So they go inside and see Trudy actively forcing herself on Spencer. Disturbing and unacceptable.
Oh, you're just a boy.
Did she think that was a real bear?
I can't believe you were making out with her.
Okay, so first of all, Trudy is an absolute menace of a predator. She doesn't care that there's witnesses or that Spencer is screaming in horror. She keeps trying to kiss him anyway. And Carly is a fucking victim blamer. She walked in on Spencer screaming, kicking his legs. What part of that screamed consensual makeout session to her?
I can't believe you were making out with her.
She then asks if he got the pie recipe. Not, are you okay, Spencer? Or, should I call the police, Spencer? Just, did you get the damn pie recipe? Unacceptable.
She just grabbed me and started kissing me.
Don't act like you didn't love it.
Yikes.
Don't act like you didn't love it.
This scene just keeps getting rapier and rapier. And then Trudy confesses that she doesn't even have the secret pie recipes after all, and that her grandfather never gave it to her.
He never wrote it down anywhere?
Well, he said he put it in his computer, but I can never find it.
Then she decides to commit assault against Spencer one last time for good measure.
Your grandfather.
That is good stuff.
Cut to Spencer aggressively cleaning out his mouth because he feels dirty and violated from the assault, and nobody cares. They all don't give a shit. Everyone's more concerned about the damn pie. Spencer pulls out the last piece ever of Galini's pie that he just got from Trudy during the assault session, and honestly, he shouldn't be sharing this with the kids. They don't deserve it at all. Sam especially doesn't deserve it after she ate the whole piece before without sharing a single bite of it. And it's kind of insane how ravenously they all attack this pie, and how it's the entire plot of this episode how big of a deal it is to get this pie when it's not mentioned in any other episodes. Like, they're always going to Groovy Smoothie, but you never see or hear about Galini's pie at any time except this episode. Cut to Carly and Sam doing an iCarly webcast, and fun fact, you can actually see the iWeb Award in the background for the first time ever, since this episode comes directly after I go to Japan where they win it. So Carly and Sam ask the viewers to send in their best pie recipes because they're desperate to recreate the Galini pie they're craving. And these crazy ass freaks actually bake every single pie recipe that gets sent in and taste test them all. And Sam's even getting hers all over the goddamn couch. Nasty. Spencer is unimpressed with the pies from the internet and thinks they don't compare to Galini's. He suggests they should all go to Galini's memorial service so that Freddy can search through his computer because supposedly that's where he kept the secret recipe. Cut to the memorial service, and I can't help but wonder, whose grandpa is this in the photo? It has to be someone. Tori's dad gives a speech, and then Spencer is forced to speak to stall the crowd while Freddy sneaks off to search the computer. But Spencer runs out of stuff to say and passes it off to Carly, who starts singing Amazing Grace. And I'm guessing this was around the time they were trying to push Miranda Cosgrove as a singer, which, by the way, did you know her song About You Now is a cover? Because I had no idea. I thought that song was a Miranda Cosgrove song made by Nickelodeon, but turns out it was actually a song by a girl pop group called Sugar Babes. Wild. Sam hassles Freddy to hurry up and go faster, and then assaults him, and he actually grabs her and assaults her back this time. Okay, Freddy, some character growth finally? Their fight causes the computer to fall off the desk, which ends up being so loud that it interrupts the entire funeral service. They all run to the back to see what all the hubbub was about, and Carly notices that there are actually pieces of paper inside the smashed computer.
Look what I just found in Mr. Galini's computer.
The pie recipes!
No way!
Mamma mia!
Is that considered racist towards Italians? I feel like he's a walking stereotype. I don't know. If you're Italian, feel free to weigh in on this one in the comments. Then, Trudy, being the predator that she is, decides to assault Spencer one last time in front of dozens of witnesses. And honestly, hang on a second. The iCarly kids are being fake as hell here, because they got everybody celebrating like, woo, yeah, we found the secret pie recipes. The restaurant is saved. When really, they never mentioned saving the restaurant. They never mentioned having any intentions whatsoever of sharing the recipes with the restaurant guy Mario here. They were gonna keep it for themselves. They even said so. In fact, let's just keep it real. They were rummaging through a dead man's stuff, damaging his personal belongings, all with the goal of stealing his intellectual property. In the last scene, everyone's happy because the pie shop is going to be up and running again starting tomorrow, even though it's never seen or mentioned on iCarly ever again past this episode. Then, Miss Benson brings over the baby one last time, and Freddy pies himself in the face to finally make her laugh. Honestly, I don't know why that meant so much to him. I mean, let's be real, getting a whole bear suit is a lot of effort just to prove to yourself that you can make a baby laugh for your own ego. I mean, we know that Freddy is never seen in that bear suit ever again, so whatever he paid for it was too much. And honestly, after rewatching this one, I can confidently say that Spencer's sexual assault was not worth it in a personal sense for Spencer. Galini's granddaughter gets the pie recipes, and Spencer needs to keep purchasing the pies. He doesn't get free pies for life for saving the company. He doesn't get his own copy of the recipe. No. His reward for being sexually assaulted was helping generational wealth stay within the Galini family. The only thing worse than the disrespect towards Spencer in this episode is the disrespect towards Mr. Galini himself. This man was 97 years old in 2008 when the episode released. He lived through World War I and the Great Depression, and at his memorial service meant to honor his life, the iCarly kids show up for no other reason than to steal his damn pie recipes. Not to pay their respects, not because they care in any way, shape, or form about a man's life. For that matter, when he was still alive and Spencer called the hospital, it wasn't to actually check on him and see how he was doing. It was because they missed his product. If he somehow recovered from being in the hospital, they honestly expected his 97-year-old wrinkly ass to get back to work ASAP in the kitchen so they could keep eating their pie. Despicable. But enough of me yapping. What do you guys think of iPie? Did it make you hungry watching them eat all that pie? Or did all the assault and disregard for human life cause you to lose your appetite? Let me know how you're feeling in the comments, and let's kick it. And as always, I gotta give a cream pie of a shout out with the most creamiest of cream fillings, if you know what I'm saying, to the Patreon and channel members, the Aggro Army. You guys deserve all the cream pies in the world. And yeah, I'm definitely just talking about Galini's pies here. Thanks for the support. If you're still here, that's amazing. Make sure you're subscribed and check out some other videos. All right, thanks for listening.